Hello, Celeste here from Hexen Arcane, and I am on an adventure. But before I get to where I am here and where I am, I'm going to talk a little bit about the movie that we're going to show this time. And this movie has a very, very special place in my heart. It is the 1967 Spider Baby, also known as the maddest story ever told. It's a black comedy horror classic directed by Jack Hill. So for the plot, it's awesome. There's these three orphan siblings, Virginia, Elizabeth, and Ralph, and they suffer from Merrye syndrome, a genetic condition that causes them to mentally and physically regress into a sort of a feral, cannibalistic state as they age. And obviously that plot sounds amazing. And the cast is also wonderful. So it stars the legendary Lon Chaney Jr. as Bruno, their devoted chauffeur and guardian. It also features a young Sid Haig, long before he was Captain Spaulding, as the most regressed sibling, Ralph. And this vibe is amazing. It's sort of famous for its creepy yet sympathetic atmosphere. One of the sisters, Virginia, played by Jill Banner, is obsessed with spiders and plays spider by trapping people in webs and stinging them with butcher knives. So it's got all that creepy goodness that we love. And I think that a lot of that atmosphere really fits in with where I am. And if you could see, it looks pretty Victorian and creepy, and I will explain why when I come back. Well, I'm back, and it's time to tell you where I am. I am at the Lizzie Borden house. So the Lizzie Borden house is the site of a very brutal double murder way back a long time ago. I'll give you some facts on the cases in a minute. But it is supposed to be a hotbed of paranormal activity, and I am actually staying overnight here in the John Morse room, which I will talk a little bit about in a minute and show you. But to talk a little bit about Lizzie Borden, we're going to have to go back in time to August 4th of 1892. It was a day that was so hot that the air felt like a wet shroud over the city of Fall River, Massachusetts. In a cramped house on 2nd Street, the energy wasn't just heavy from heat, it was curdling. The Borden family, Andrew, his wife Abby, and his daughter Lizzie were trapped in a cycle of Victorian repression and silent resentment. By noon, that silence would be shattered by the sound of a hatchet. And this house, by the way, cramped by modern standards, but they were very wealthy, and there's 3 floors, and it is pretty big when you compare it to things like the Villisca Axe murder house. But here's some of the facts of the case. So there was Abby. She was Lizzie Borden's stepmother, and she was upstairs in the guest room. She was struck 19 times. She died alone, face down, 90 minutes approximately before her husband even walked through the front door. Then came Andrew. He thought he was safe. He was napping on the parlor sofa, so he didn't even know when he came home that his wife had already been killed. He didn't even have time to open his eyes before 11 blows ended his life. There was no signs of forced entry, no robbery, no blood-soaked stranger fleeing the scene, just a house locked from the inside, and Lizzie standing in the kitchen claiming she was out in the barn looking for fishing sinkers in 100-degree heat. The jury said not guilty, but the legend is immortal. Tonight, we aren't looking for a legal verdict. We're looking for the truth hiding in the floorboards. So stay close. The air is about to get much, much colder. And that is because in a few minutes, I am going to join in. Also, Lubin is here in partial kid, partial wolf form. So you'll see him as both. And we are about to join a ghost hunt here. So they have some equipment. It's a couple hours. goes, so the rooms you can stay in, there's certain rooms. So there's rooms on the 3rd floor you can stay in. There's Lizzie and her sister's room, which is next door to the room I'm in. And then there's the John Morse room. And no, John Morse was Lizzie Borden's uncle, biological uncle, the brother of her biological mom, not her stepmom. So it's called the John Morse room. This was also the room where Abby was killed in. And we are going to, that's not part of the ghost hunt that we're part of. It's taking place downstairs, so in the living room where the dad was killed, and then also in the basement. They said that's a lot of stuff going on in the basement. There's a lot of weird energy stuff there. You can feel things, it sets off stuff, so they believe that there is a lot of stuff going on in the basement. So we're also going to be in there, and see you back there soon. But enjoy, please enjoy watching more of Spider Baby. This is the outside. Wow, big house. I think especially for the time, like, I could see how it would feel cramped if there's a lot of people there or the smaller rooms, but the house itself is enormous. And this is the old barn. They now have the gift shop in here. The whole place is also supposedly haunted by a cat, Max the cat. He was a black cat with 3 white toes on one paw, and he started hanging out here, I guess in like 2006. He survived, like, disappearing for a few weeks. He was hit by a car and recovered, and then he eventually died shortly after his owner did, who was a previous owner of the Lizzie Borden house. But this is it's really cool because apparently he is well known for still haunting this place. So they'll hear cat bells, they'll see apparitions of him jumping off furniture, for example, or hear meowing. So he is still around, and he's sort of the mascot of the place. So this is the front door. You come in the front door. This is the stairs to the upstairs rooms, which were Lizzie's room and her sister's room. What was it, Emma? And then also the John Morse room is at the top of the stairs, and a bathroom. Now if you go here through this room, this is the living room, and this is where Andrew was killed. He was taking a nap on the sofa here. It was about 90 minutes approximately after Abby. Apparently he put in these radiators too. And also he was one of the only people who did not have plumbing because he did not want to pay for it. Did not think it was worth it. So, but he was very wealthy, and he had a lot of influence in this town. Wow, that's really sad. These were artifacts found on the property that likely belonged to the Borden family. Not guaranteed. And then these are things from the movie. And then this here is found in the Borden barn outhouse in May of 2005. Well, that was some of the downstairs and the tour. Well, it wasn't a tour, actually, sorry. It was an investigation. And this is the room that I'm staying in with Lubin, and this is, if you look, there's people sleeping. The John Morse room. And I'll give you a quick view. So this is not original furniture. Lubin, what are you doing? Hey, Lubin, I have a question. Lubin. Hey, Lubin. So, what did the axe murderer say when he was in a hurry? Chop, chop! Oh, I better check on him. This is Lizzie and Emma's room, and I don't know who's beyond there.
Yes. Thank you for. What do you remember?
The flashlight? Do they remember the flashlight?
I come here very often. I am here almost every weekend.
Oh.
So
They know you.
yeah. What's your name? Is this maybe Mr. Borden or one of the children?
Yeah.
It looked like it rolled.
Round.
Yes, they are round.
Is that why it rolled?
Oh, you turned it on. Thank you so much. You like playing with those.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you do it again?
They always claim to.
Who was that?
The blue flashlight.
They like the blue?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other
They
one
do
turned
like
off
the
again.
blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it turned off.
Thank you. If you are unable to turn off the red... Oh, yeah, it's flickering. Yeah, could you keep turning that off?
The SLS is picking up too.
Really?
Hey?
Yeah. It's just like, it started burning mine in the corner, then it wasn't bad enough for me to know, and then it was like, whoa.
So this is the basement. All right, look around a little. It's very dark in here. But then this is another part of the basement here. It's an old creepy basement.
I'll look at them so you guys can see. Cool. Do you guys need anything else while I'm looking at it? No. Okay. I'm gonna run over to the gift shop really quick and get the black light so I can show you guys the blood on the ceiling.
There's blood on the ceiling?
Mm-hmm. From Andrew when he soaked through the floor.
Oh, is this the seance room?
Excuse me.
Okay. I want to go see the nope corner by myself.
Hey, you do that.
Okay, I'm
That
going
was
to go
racist.
in the nope corner. So
I'm pretty sure.
Where's the nope corner?
Right over there.
Where he is right there.
Oh, okay. So right in here?
Uh-huh.
Is there anyone in here? Okay, so now I can see where I'm going. Okay to come in? Anything in here? Is there anything in here? Well, this is spiking, but it may just be from my phone. So is this chair sturdy? Can I sit in it? Is it okay to sit here?
The day that the murder happened. That's where the bucket was, right? Am I right?
I want to go see this.
Right by the cemetery. I'm gonna get one of the ghost box things and try it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Wait, where does the blood here?
She's going to get
She's
some
going
to
blood
get
tests
blood
right now,
for us.
but
Somewhere right there.
I'll try these down
So you
here.
see where it like, you see that right there?
Yeah.
And then how it like came through here, it's like stained.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
I'm sure you get sick and tired of people asking that question. Are you stuck here? Next after. Oh, the next after.
oh, there's something dribbled.
Yep.
Why are you here?
To talk to you. See?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trash.
I'm headed up to the 3rd floor now, very briefly. So I think that, I don't know where the last staircase goes, but this is Andrew and Abby. Wow, this 3rd floor room is pretty cool. And this is, I think, where the children tend to hang out. And then there's another room in here. These are smaller rooms, but this one is not. This is the master suite, I believe. Something like that. At least where they lived. And as I said, this 3rd floor is where the children supposedly that are haunting this place tend to hang out. They do not like the basement, so they like the 3rd floor especially. So I'm heading to Miss Lizzie's Coffee, which is right directly next door to the Lizzie Borden house. And the other thing is, I believe I remember from the tour that this was where the neighbors were, whose kids are now haunting the Lizzie Borden house because they were unfortunately killed by their mother. So this is, the foundations of this house was where another Borden family tragedy happened, like years before, where a mother, it sounds like some kind of postpartum depression or psychosis, had killed her children. And that was just a few pictures from Armageddon Records in Providence, Rhode Island. It's awful weather. It's snowing, it's slushy, my feet are soaked, and they were closing when I got there, so I really couldn't take much video. But now I just wanted to check out this bar called Scurvy Dog. It's supposed to be a heavy metal punk rock bar and a dive bar, and I thought I'd just check it out and see what's up. It's got a parking lot, which is nice. And then here, Scurvy Dog. So let's go check it out. I am at a cemetery right now, and this is actually the one, oh, it's Swan something. I'll put it in. But this is actually the final resting place of H.P. Lovecraft, which is why I'm here. It's in Providence, Rhode Island, and it's pretty snowy. It's currently snowing. There's snow everywhere, but it's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. And it's so peaceful in the snow. So I'm here to leave a penny for H.P. Lovecraft. It says Howard Phillips Lovecraft. August 20th, 1890, and this says March 15th, 1937. Then it says, I am Providence. I am now in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Concord, Massachusetts, and I'm here because this has a part in it, a whole section in the cemetery called Author's Ridge, and some really famous authors are buried here, so I'm going to go pay my respects as somebody that loves literature. It is rainy, or snowy, not rainy. There's a lot of snow, as you can see, so not going to stay here for too long, but it is absolutely amazingly beautiful. Check this out. And it's just so peaceful here right now. So this is called Author's Hill in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. We'll see if we can track down some individual graves. And this is the grave of Nathaniel Hawthorne on Author's Ridge, Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. A lot of very famous authors are buried here. This is the grave of famous author Henry David Thoreau on Author's Ridge in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. So somewhere in this area is Louisa May Alcott's grave. However, I don't think I can find it in all of the snow because it is a very small tombstone and it's going to be completely covered. But here's Alcott's, so I'm assuming it's right in here somewhere. This is Louisa May Alcott's grave. The only way I really know that is because of all the pencils honoring her as an author, and it is in the Alcott site. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson's tombstone, and it's all covered in snow and ice, so you can't actually tell what it is. But it is. You can see that his wife's tombstone is right here as well. I'm still in Concord, Massachusetts, and I stopped by the Orchard House. It was Louisa May Alcott's house, the home of Little Women. This was where Little Women was set and penned. What a cool piece of history. It is open, but I'm not going inside. I don't have the time, but I had to at least stop by. Thank you so much for joining us for this awesome film. Spider Baby was so fun to show, and it has been a long-standing dream of mine to visit and stay at the Lizzie Borden house. So this was just a combination of things for me that was just made it absolutely amazing. Plus being able to do a paranormal investigation there in the downstairs of the house and in the basement was just so fun. And then even just driving around and visiting the graves of the authors that I love and seeing those cool cemeteries and trampling around in the snow, it was a great time altogether. The feel of the movie Spider Baby, that Victorian house feel, fits so well with the Lizzie Borden house. I was just so happy with how it all turned out, getting to know more of the case, getting to get my own ideas on what I think happened there and if Lizzie did it or not. And it was just really fun experience altogether. So thank you, and we will hex you soon.
Monsters, ghouls, and goblins, the dead leave their tombs. Cryptids, robots, and aliens, and the witches grab their brooms. Here with Morgan and Celeste, it's come escape the mundane. These witches bring out the best. It's time for Hexen Arcane. The gathering of the vermin. Doesn't matter what you do.